Hi, it's Jane. Today we're going to be watching Warrior Nun Season 2, Episode 1, Galatians 6:4-5. I can't pronounce Bible verses. I am so happy the show is finally back, and I'm pretty sure that they finished filming Season 2 over a year ago. So Netflix has really made us wait for this one. Like, I know COVID delayed things, but they literally finished filming it in November of 2021, and now it's here. But regardless, I am so excited. I absolutely adored Season 1. I went into it thinking I'd like it, and then as it progressed, it just became better and better and better. If this is your first time on my channel, all of my reactions to Warrior Nun Season 1 are available on my Patreon and unedited and here on YouTube. I am so excited to get back into this story. I was right about Father Vincent. I have reread episode summaries of the first season, and I watched the recap Netflix did to just kind of refresh it in my brain, because although I remember the bigger picture, I remember that Father Vincent was a snake, and I knew it all along. I remember that I liked the idea of Ava and Beatrice together. I remember Lilith and going to the other side and Mary being awesome. Like, there are so many things I do remember, but it's always good to have a bit of a recap. So yeah, especially if it's been like 2 years. I am so ready for this show. I've been so ready for this show since the last season ended. Also kind of scared. But yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and they'll be up every single Tuesday, although the first 2 episodes will be up over the course of this first weekend on Patreon, so that they can all be rocking and rolling ready for YouTube. I don't even know why I said that, I'm just excited. Let's go! Straight where we left off.
You want to know what happened?
Yes, Ava! Yes, I do!
Truth, I'm still fake.
Whoa. Not so much straight where we left off.
Duty calls.
I'm glad she's finding the time to, do her life list. They're in hiding, right? Sort of. Oh.
Probably not what you were thinking when I said duty calls.
No.
Whatever. It's honest work.
Adriel, it's all over social media.
And,
This is actually a place we're here to escape, to hide from him.
Adriel's got a few thousand followers already and growing.
are you
Of
talking about those
course.
zealots handing out leaflets on the...
Virus, this rotting of the face. And this Adriel makes it go away. On the exact same day, same hour, for every single person.
Probably gave it to them in the first place.
The next thing this con artist does is start a church/cult. Then comes the fascism.
Whoa! That was a fast trip.
Yeah, aren't you a barrel of fun?
I
Let's
mean,
go into
it's a realist.
We've got better places to be called.
Yes, could you try to spend more time pouring drinks and less time chatting up customers?
Well, chatting equals good bartending, you know. Hans has been here for 3 years. We've been here a month and you already got promoted to manager.
Well, it's not my fault that I'm exceptionally well organized.
She would immediately.
Aus einem Urteil nicht wegrennen.
Ich renne nicht.
Oh, it feels like you are though, doesn't it?
Untergehen.
Eva?
Everyone bringing light.
Eva, this is not discreet. We're gonna have to move, aren't we?
That was not discreet.
No! But I get it, you're feeling powerless, You accidentally unleashed him. Through no fault of your own, you were tricked by Vincent. You didn't hear, oh my god, the original nun. The one before her. I know her name. I've read it 1,000 times. Saying, don't trust anybody, and then immediately distrust the first man you saw. It's fine.
Mary may still be out there. Somewhere. But we must prepare ourselves for the possibility that she's not.
Nope, I refuse. Not for me, that possibility. Where's Lilith?
Mary. She's alive.
Fuck.
You lie.
If you kill me, you'll never find her.
This bitch. Another power-hungry man pretending to be pious.
Previously unknown Christian sect dating back to the Crusades, made up entirely of women. They called it,
Yes, this is also not true.
the Order of the Cruciform Sword.
Ooh,
No. Thank you.
dirty, dirty. The son is probably long dead.
I trust you completely.
I don't trust anybody. Apart from the nuns. I mean, this is fantastic, but if anybody sees her, it's pretty, I'm so proud of how far she's come and how committed she is. She's doing so well, though.
Tell me.
I love these two.
All of this is my fault.
No, it isn't.
Adriel Freed.
Every single person involved bears a little bit of responsibility, but ultimately it's Vincent's fault. Vincent knew what he was doing. I misled you all.
Vincent used me. Stupid.
You believed in him, you all did.
All they need is one small dose of evidence to bring them.
If he truly was an angel, the Vatican would be doing that.
A divine being walks the earth. And I believe it is your fate.
Yes, but it's not a good divine being, is it? If it truly was an angel, of course the frickin' Pope would.
You imperil your eternal soul.
I am sorry you feel that way, Your Holiness.
I mean, okay, yeah, we do know the Pope is not the best guy that ever lived, but at the same time, you're going to trust your own judgment over the Pope's? Surely God would strike you down. Or him.
It's too late.
Yeah, you know, Adriel, he fucking
It's
sucks.
that religious trauma.
Sensitive information.
Yes, and
What would he have that's sensitive? I'm so intrigued.
I want.
We're a decentralized cadre of like-minded people working towards.
Are you also going to be shady?
this religious formation.
It is good that there are other people standing up against him if we can trust him. Oh, she's linked to his phone. Look at him in his, like, casual Pope clothes.
What, you've never had a drink?
Of course not.
No.
I get to be the one that gets you drunk for the first time.
No.
No, I thought it was just one drink.
She deserves a little bit of fun to let off some steam, but only if she's comfortable, Ava. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God.
These are
We need to leave.
One small sip for nuns, one giant drink for non-cards.
I love them so much. She just went, you know, straight into the OCS life, didn't get to feel any kind of life or living. They deserve this happiness. They deserve to be happy.
Not an angel. Well, he's not human.
The angels fell and became the devil, you know, like, they're bad angels too.
What is he? I'll see you at home.
Looks like he's up to something. Are you sure?
How much have they had to drink? Which you may be used to drinking, Ava, though, you know, even you haven't had that much experience in it.
Miguel?
And she's straight in. How's my girls? Well, Miguel's, you know, he's figured out a lot of stuff tonight that could be useful to his Samaritaning if it's good. I love how far Ava's come with her fighting and everything. And even drunk. Beatrice is about it. They're such a good team.
Hey!
We just saved your life. Goodbye.
You should come with me.
Oh my god, what's this gonna mean?
There's some plans tonight.
Well, let's hear these plans before we make commitments.
Exactly.
We've got word of a.
Fine.
I don't think it's the worst idea to go with them, but I also I'm stressed, and I feel like maybe we should take it slow in trusting Miguel because he's a man. He seems like a very nice young man, but you
Sounds
know.
like an interesting opportunity.
Oh my god.
Outposts, so they are being taken out.
Jesus Christ.
This is where they've done this before.
She watches a lot of movies.
He saw something phase through you.
Where are you from?
I moved around a lot. Places you've never heard of.
Who is he really?
Beatrice.
And to the mountains looking for someone. Somebody connected to my past.
Look, they're turning off the main road.
Who? I just need to know. There is more to this Miguel man. Can't even say his freaking name.
There was no way to know this would happen.
But I knew it could.
How are they? I'm glad they're still alive, but how are they still alive?
We tried to analyze the possibility that the OCS may no longer exist.
We are the OCS.
As long as there are two of us.
Someone is alive.
Is that a trap, though? You know, leave the lights on in one location so that then all the survivors go there and you can wipe them all out?
Divine truth cannot be judged so simplistically.
Jesus fucking Christ, zealot bitch. Just kill him. Or at least incapacitate him.
Mary.
Mm-hmm.
She did not survive, Lilith.
Mary, no! So sorry.
No longer in his life.
I don't believe you. And I refuse to believe you. Mary is alive, I refuse to believe anything else.
I urge you, Lilith, to offer yourself to Adriel.
She can teleport out of here, right?
In his name.
It's like, she has no need to fight, can't she just... I mean, she's very good at it, clearly. She could just fight out of here, or is she still trying to get to Adriel? I mean... I worry that she's some sort of damned creature now type thing. I don't know if souls are real, but like... She wanted the halo, she's got something even more powerful. Oh my god. Okay, the first episode was fantastic. I'm so happy this show was back. Initially I was like, oh my god, we're going to see the fight, and then obviously they jumped 2 months later, and it's so interesting. The idea of, the OCS, of course they have to go underground, of course they have to hide out and be in small cells, because Vincent fucking knows everything about them. The traitorous little bitch. I refuse to believe Mary is dead. I will be in denial about it until the end of time, and that is where I live. I feel like this episode really was just a taster of what's to come. Like, I don't even know that I have all that much to delve into, if I'm literally about to. And the idea that Adriel is back and forming a small cult following that obviously is going to grow and grow and grow. He's struck down at the OCS, so I assume he will then strike down at any other potential opponents to him, which probably will include the Pope, if you can be like, oh yeah, the Pope's a fake Catholic. I don't know. Because surely if he really did believe Adriel was an angel, the Catholic Church would be like, yo, that's up, bro. I mean, they would welcome him. The only reason they wouldn't would be if they were worried that he would become the most powerful supreme being over the Pope. But surely the Pope is supposed to be, in the real world, pious. I mean, obviously, I don't know anything really about the Pope in the real world. This guy was very power hungry, wanting to get there. But yeah, how ridiculous would you ever think he was a real angel if the church wanted nothing to do with him? It's clearly either a fake or evil. Unless you think the church is evil, which they have done shit things. But, I still think, on the whole, if there was an angel, they would claim it. And why, if it was a real angel, would he have to go form a little cult? Yeah, he's a demon. I'm scared of him. Vincent, he spent this whole episode looking like his pathetic little rat self, didn't he? I was onto him. That was genuinely my biggest memories from season 1 before I read the recaps. Obviously I remembered the general gist of the show and the general characters and how much I loved it. I loved Ava. I really hoped Ava and Beatrice would become a thing, and Vincent was a snake. Those were the 3 things. If you asked me about Warrior Nun, I'd be like, that Vincent, because I wouldn't say that, because I'd be like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to go and watch it, and I wouldn't want to spoil that Vincent was bad. So yeah, he's getting this sort of cult following. It's already very powerful and growing. And ideas are dangerous. And I think particularly to people who already believe, it'd be easy for them to clutch onto this proof and this thing that is so apparently a good thing, here to save you, here to make the world better, because our world is shit. Our world is falling apart around us. It is demoralising and depressing. And if somebody comes along and holds out their hand and is like, I'm here to save you, you probably will take it. And it's true that I think that if he was real, another reason the church would take him is because, I don't believe in any of that nonsense. If a genuine angel came around and started doing miracles and you couldn't disprove them, I might then believe in it. I still would have my issues with cancer in children and hurricanes and tsunamis and all these things God thinks are fun. I still wouldn't be like a worshipper, but I'd believe. So there would definitely be a lot of desperate people who are clinging to something to help them get through the darkness of life would be flocking to Adriel. And that is very dangerous. So I'm very intrigued about what's happening there. The journalist woman, is she going to turn out to be an ally? Because, she... Again, people investigating the church and if they have any weird shady doings, I think is quite a honourable aim. But at the same time, if you find out that there's a potential war going on, do you want to give information that could help either side before you've figured out which side is good, which side is bad? Is she working for Adriel? Is that how they managed to track the locations? Or is she going to become an ally? I hope she becomes an ally. I don't trust Miguel, and that is 100% because in this show, my tactic is, if it's man, no. I mean, obviously that's not totally true. Ava had a like boyfriend guy, TJ or CJ or something in the first season, and he was fine. I think he was just quite a sweet dude. But you know, in general, Miguel, I don't trust that he's told us everything. But the Samaritans sound like a realistic thing. It could even be some kind of organisation that is, I mean, the Samaritans is like a charity in the UK, but it sounds like the sort of institution that may be similar to the OCS, has been around for a while, or has formed in a similar way because there was no obvious opposition to Adriel to try and stop it. It makes me wonder if the people that have founded it know more than they're letting on, because, you know, would an organisation form over a little cult? So I'm really intrigued to find out more about the Samaritans and more about Miguel, because, you know, he's moved around a lot and his accent can't be placed to one location, and, you know, he was here looking for someone linked to his past. That is all really, really interesting information. He's an interesting character. I genuinely for a minute wondered whether his group had found out about the OCS and about the warrior nun and had figured out about the halo and had tried to track down Ava, though how they had managed to track her down when like Adriel hadn't, I don't entirely know, but we will see. So yeah, I don't fully trust him, but I'm intrigued by him. It's not a distrust based on like, I'm never going to trust you. It's like a, I also adore Ava and Beatrice. Their friendship, the fact that they both kind of want something more. I really, really love them. I love them together as friends, regardless, whatever else happens. But I also just really hope they're able to be happy. And if they both want something more, to pursue it. I know she's a nun, but like, she's a fighting warrior nun. If you're gonna fight for your life, you should be able to have a girlfriend slash wife if you want one. Though actually no, because Mary and Shannon were together, so they're not like against relationships, right? Or were they like secretly together? I don't know. Anyway, I just want them to be happy, and I think this episode showed a really good kind of blend of, it showed Beatrice kind of struggling still with the, I mean, all of them, especially the nuns, the women who have been in the OCS for so much of their life, and it is what their foundation is, would be struggling with this new normal. And you know, nuns like Camilla and Mother Superior, they are still kind of being nuns. They still live in an abbey. I mean, okay, right now I don't know where they're going, but up until now, you know, they kind of, their day-to-day structure wasn't that different. But for Beatrice, working in a bar, absolutely the other, like, nothing like anything she's ever experienced. You know, Ava at least had that brief period where she was kind of free and running around and doing whatever she wanted to experience the real world. But even for her, I think there would have been a part of her that almost treasured these days of just getting to be normal and hang out with Beatrice and just make friends and just live a normal life. And I think probably part of why she feels so deeply guilty about not doing anything for the fight is also added to because there is that small part of her that is like, I could live like this, I could be happy like this. But also, of course, there is the guilt because they were tricked, and she will blame herself. And I think it's only natural that she blames herself because she is a good person, and she did do things that led to this situation. But it is not her fault. She had no reason to distrust Victor. If anything, any of the other, I don't like. She came into this group, and Vincent, and he seemed so trustworthy. He seemed like a good guy. He was too trustworthy. Big red flag. You understood why they did what they did, why they didn't trust it. And of course they're always going to blame themselves for it to a degree, but they are doing everything they can to stop it. The sad truth is right now, I mean maybe not right now, but especially 2 months ago, Ava wasn't all the way ready to fight a threat of this magnitude. None of them were. They need that time, well they needed time to kind of regroup, regather, train. Now the OCS has largely been wiped out. I don't entirely know what the future holds, but we needed a beat to try and gather ourselves and figure out what to do next. And we've kind of had that stolen from us at the end of this one. I'm intrigued to see what the little cult boys are up to, what they're going to find in their car. I hope we find out about Miguel sooner rather than later. I don't care about the Arctech woman. I mean, I do. I do feel bad for her because, you know, her son did walk through a portal into the unknown. A portal she created, and then she couldn't follow him. I do feel bad for her, but I also feel like this is all your own fault. I mean, I can kind of admire a mother wanting to do anything to save her child. I can see that. But at the same time, this kind of experimental technology that she then just decided was heaven? First of all, if you believe in heaven, when your son dies, he'll go there, and then in a few years, you can join him. And then have the rest of eternity together. If you truly believe that is heaven. If you don't believe that is heaven, then what the fuck is that place? Why would you send your kid through? I know he kind of ended up running through, but yeah, she's kind of caused this herself, brought it on herself with a little bit of hubris, a little bit of that kind of refusing to admit things are the way they are, and I wonder what's going to happen this season with her. Particularly as her company has fully been taken over by the other guy and all of his ambitions. It's interesting. This was a fantastic first episode. Oh my god, Mary, Lilith. I almost didn't talk about that. I do hope we learn more about Lilith in this episode. Maybe even at some point if she comes face to face with Adriel and he can tell her some stuff, because apparently he knows. And definitely I'd like to hear more about what happened to her when she went to hell or wherever she ended up, because she's changed, she is different, but she is also, and you know, she's more powerful almost. Maybe she's not more powerful than a Halo user who fully is at full height of their training and understands it all, but she's pretty powerful given how desperate she was for the Halo. I think she'll be happy about that. But what is the cost? That is the truth of it all. What is the downside of this? What has happened to her? But regardless, she's still fighting for the OCS. She still cares about her sisters. I still really like her. I almost like her, you know, before her. We were like, can we trust her? Now we can, I think. So I'm intrigued to see what happens next with that. It's a fantastic first episode. I loved it so much. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.